I think that I need to drink this before.
Okay.
That was Satan coming out of me.
You have to burp gay radical agenda.
Okay.
Gay.
Radical agenda.
Woof. Woof. I'm excited to make out.
The gay radical agenda is working.
It is. Gay radical agenda.
This is our second time filming this video because the audio didn't record the first. You know what they say though? Twice the hate in one night is
Fun.
Hey Mom, what are we doing in this video?
Well, son, we're gonna watch a clip of Mom's book getting hated on by Christians.
Are all Christians really judgmental?
No, most actually aren't.
You raise me up.
Can we make like some kind of like news music? Like bum ba da bum bum bum. 2, 3.
Bum ba da bum bum bum.
Again. Ascend with vigor and gusto.
Oh, I'm sorry, I left my gusto back here the first time.
Okay.
Is that gusto enough?
Good vigor and gusto. 10 out of 10. Would vigor again.
Breaking news, YouTube!
We made the news!
We are on a brief, hateful segment of TV
That features my book.
What a wonderful day in history. Tell our lovely viewers how you felt in that moment, being
The face of anti-gay propaganda.
yes.
My initial reaction was yes! That's what I felt when I saw my book in
Yes.
this piece of media. I cackled.
You did, actually. Now, what type of show was this?
Oh, this was on CBN, or Christian Broadcasting Network.
So I can stand on my...
You know, everybody knows CBN. They've been a staple, or a steeple, if you will, in our community.
Yeah! That's where I get most of my facts. Well, I mean, okay, it goes like Fox and Friends, CBN,
Do you know any other conservative media?
Trump's Twitter.
The
The way I found out I was on CBN was because someone shared a Facebook video with me that received, wait for it, not 500,000 views, not 1 million views, but 1.4 million views!
How do you feel that your most watched YouTube video has 600,000 views?
CBN took my YouTube channel highest stats, spit on them, and we're like, here, this is twice as much, but only from people who think you're icky.
But, I mean, like, it's the thought that counts.
True.
CBN. We are going to watch said video.
Are you ready?
I think their outfits are boring.
Welcome to Christian World News, everyone. I'm Wendy Griffith.
And I'm George Thomas. In Canada, a radical sex ed curriculum being pushed in public.
There's my book! Already! The radical agenda.
It's the first
Also-
thing on the TV.
There's like other books there and they like highlight that one.
I know, because my book literally is the, like...
Gay Bible.
Yeah. Let's listen to what you have to say.
Their children will become confused and even brainwashed.
Ooh, within 21 seconds, and we've already mentioned brainwashing.
That's exactly right, George. But as I discovered in my recent trip to Canada, there could be a silver lining.
Oh, tell me how.
Yeah.
This issue is waking up a sleeping church.
A family can be made up in many different ways.
It's called SOGI, for Sexual Orientation and Gender Identification, a curriculum that teaches public school students across Canada to celebrate the homosexual lifestyle and that gender is fluid.
Gender's only fluid for some people.
Gender can be fluid. It
Yes.
has, like, the capacity to be
Yes.
fluid. It isn't inherently fluid. And also, gay is not a lifestyle. Gay is just how you are. And
Yes.
gender is only fluid, also, if that is how you are.
In other words, your gender is not dependent on what parts you were born with, but rather what you feel like in the moment.
There's people that are boys, there's people that are girls. There are people whose gender might be a little bit of both or might even be neither.
Lessons include books about transgender children, such as 10,000 Dresses, and songs like The Rainbow Song.
The rainbow song? We all know there's only two colors, blue and pink.
Gender won't decide the choices we make. Some boys like dressing up, some girls like catching snakes.
Did you hear the lyrics? Some boys like dressing up, some girls like catching snakes. What's a tomboy thing a girl can do? She can fucking wrestle a snake.
Can you let me know how much of a snake problem Canada has?
The SOGI curriculum started in British Columbia in 2016 and is quickly spreading throughout Canada.
I just thought, who decided that this was okay to teach our children?
Author and inspirational speaker Laura Lynn Tyler Thompson is a leading voice against the SOGI curriculum.
And we are seeing the results of that now because some kids are reacting very emotionally and saying, you know, and they're in fear. Will I suddenly struggle with feeling like a different gender inside of my body?
Only if you're trans.
Only if you're trans and society is trying to, like, repress that part of you. Or only if you're having to pretend to be something you're not.
Carrie Simpson of Culture Guard, another leading opponent, calls the curriculum nothing short of child abuse.
That's fun.
All those beautiful qualities that make young girls, beautiful girls and women, are being basically vilified.
You can be girly to a T in every single way and identify as a woman, and you're beautiful. If that's how you truly are, if that's your honest self, that rocks. And you should absolutely express that and be proud of that. And other people around you should be proud of that. And if you are a trans guy and you're that way, that's fantastic. And if you're a cis guy and you're like that, holy crap, that's
awesome.
Wonderful. It's not only girls or women that can be feminine. We're saying anybody who fucking wants to should be feminine.
And we want it to be okay to go in between them. Between masculine and feminine, or somewhere in the middle, or something else completely. It's rules that people have put on, these gender roles, that make it so hard for so many people to exist.
The things that make our boys boys are being, taken from them. So things of equating young men to being strong, protectors.
You know who is strong and a protector? Someone who's strong and a protector. That's who's strong and a protector. And if a man happens to be a strong protector, those are really cool qualities for that person. But you can also be a woman, you could also be agender, you could also be gender fluid to be strong and a protector.
But Morgan Auger, a transsexual and supporter, claims it's about acceptance, not indoctrination.
The idea is to teach kids that there are gay kids and there are trans kids and there are trans parents and gay parents in our society, and everybody's wanted and desired. After all, that's what our Human Rights Code says, and it's the role of schools to teach the following of our laws, right?
Simpson disagrees, saying she sees SOGI's real goal as
altering our culture from a heteronormative society into one where anything goes.
I would love to alter society from being heteronormative to being more open and aware of diverse people.
I think what she's afraid of is this security that she feels is being questioned.
It's the status quo. Right now she fits really well into it. So to change the status quo is threatening. Like, I get that, but it doesn't have to be scary. It's a good thing. No one is demonizing cishet people. Cishet people are wonderful.
We know at least two.
I think it would be dope if straight wasn't necessarily the default. If we met a person and we got to know them, then we learned what their sexual orientation was. So it's not trying to erase straightness. It's just trying to encourage people to get to know other people before they just assume their orientation.
But she doesn't want that. That's the thing. She thinks that threatens her way of life.
She can still be straight. She doesn't.
No, she can't. Ash.
I know. We just want to invite her into our marriage. This is a formal invitation to you. Would you like to be married to us?
We're really happy.
But after heteronormative, it gets really scary and really intense.
Altering our culture from a heteronormative society into one where anything goes, no boundaries, no values, no morals. It's a hedonistic cult, basically what they're implying.
A hedonistic cult! You heard it here first. If you didn't think that homophobia was alive in 2018, we have just been called a hedonistic cult. And my book is the official handbook for it.
Another blaring example, drag queen story time. It's happening in Canada and America.
Sounds like the best thing in the entire world.
Where some public schools and libraries invite drag queens, some dressed like horned demons, to read to young children.
And it's a social deconstructionist agenda.
Yes. Social constructs are not inherently good, wonderful things. Social constructs are made by humans, and humans are flawed creatures.
And sometimes that social construct is really only needed for a certain period of time. We evolve and we grow.
Oftentimes we create social constructs to serve a purpose. They're tools in order to like organize and make sense of things.
A lot of the social constructs that we have right now in our society are not helpful for the generation and the progress that we're making as a society. So it's really important to deconstruct them so that we can move forward together.
They're dated. The tools are no longer helping us. They're hindering us. They've become harmful. And a lot of social constructs weren't even helpful to begin with.
They're using children, little 5-year-olds, to accomplish this, and parents are waking up and saying no.
When asked about parents' rights, OJ says,
Well, actually, in Canada, parents' rights are limited, and children's rights are put ahead.
Which I think is so effing awesome.
So the child has the right to be protected from the parents when the parents behave badly.
This is very scary stuff.
Longtime Vancouver area pastor Kevin Kavanagh says this is far more serious than most Canadian Christians realize.
Our problem is not the teachers, the educators, the administrators. This is a battle in the heavenlies.
He says Satan is going after their most vulnerable, the children.
And the little girl came home in tears because the teacher had told her, since she was playing with some toys in the class that were deemed to be masculine in nature, that she was likely a boy in a girl's body. The mother went to the school the very next day, and instead of having any sort of tolerance or support or understanding, she was actually called names. She was told that she was a homophobe, that she was a bigot.
Here's what I have to say about this story. I listened to it, I've thought about it, and I just don't buy it. It sounds sketchy as fuck. It doesn't sound real. I've never met a human being. I've never met...
Especially an educator.
An educator or a queer person who would...
put an identity on a child. My biggest thing is what actually happened, because, like I said, if that's actually what happened, completely unacceptable.
Yeah, that's not
completely
okay.
Yeah.
You can't look at another person and tell them that they are a certain gender or they're likely a certain gender. Only that person knows their gender. It's really presumptuous and condescending and unhelpful.
Yeah. There's a reason why it's called a personal identity.
And if this did happen, it's because somebody was taught Soji in a super incorrect way.
This is coming from people who also are surprised when teenagers get pregnant or STDs are spreading or something like that because they want to teach abstinence only. It's disheartening because then they get mad because people want to have abortions, which they're also against. So they won't teach the sex ed. They get mad at people for wanting to have abortions when they weren't taught the proper way to engage in safe sex. And this is all coming around to talking about topics that aren't necessarily comfortable for maybe people that are from a different generation.
With that in mind, Tyler Thompson, Simpson, and Pastor Kevin spreading their message across social media and in town hall meetings. The pro-gay backlash has been fierce.
Fierce!
And the hatred and the anger and the bullying that came against us, even though we said, we love you, we don't take from you the opportunity and the freedom to live as you choose. We love you.
You love me. You will send 1.4 million views of judgment and hate my way and lots of harassment, but you love me. Thank you. I buy it. I believe you. That's totally real and genuine. Oh, you fooled me. You love me. Oh, they love me.
But we do not agree with you.
Pastor Kevin believes Canadian Christians are in a 2 Chronicles 20 moment.
That's so extra.
The word was this battle is not yours, Jehoshaphat. This battle is the Lord's.
And the church is beginning to prepare for what it takes to fight for our kids.
I like how they sound like they're gonna go to war.
They sound
There it is again! My book! Radical agenda. They spelled gender wrong.
Radical agenda. Radical agenda. You know what's cool though?
What?
I don't feel so personally attacked by this whole ad. Because I am Ash Hardell. This here book was written by Ashley Mardell.
Oh, that one bitch?
That one bitch. So I feel disassociated from it in that way.
That's fair.
Because people kept tweeting me this. They were like, someone's attacking your book. And I was like, Ash Hardell didn't write no book.
And George, this battle is unfortunately far from over, but some Christian leaders say it could be the issue that wakes up a sleeping church in Canada.
Oh, it's just over. Well, thank you.
All right.
Yeah. Well, if you liked this video...
If you want to learn more about the gay agenda, make sure to check out Ash's free ebook.
Yeah, if you've bought a copy of the ABCs of LGBT+, but you want some little fun extra tidbits, I also released a version of it called The GayBCs online. And if you haven't purchased a version, this version is free. It's for everyone because the queer propaganda should be spread everywhere and accessible to all. Also, there's an audiobook to make it even more accessible. And I believe it's around the world in a couple different languages.
It is.
Oh. I spent a very, very long time adding some fun, creative, new things to this version of the book that costs, again, $0.
We wrote a very, very fun, cool
fanfic that kind of kicks the book off.
And we wrote it together, and it was really fun.
It's really cheeky and satirical and super over-the-top ridiculous. I think I grew a pair of abs laughing so hard while we were writing.
You know, just enjoy it with us, because we really just did it for fun, and we wanted all the content to be super accessible, because that's what's most important to us.
We think that everybody should be able to experience it, even if you don't have the money to spend. And I didn't write the book to make a bunch of money. I wrote it to get the information out there, and clearly it is helping and scaring a lot of people. If you're curious about the free online version of the book, here is a little snippet of reading from it.
Ash woke up with sore muscles and a dull headache. She pulled her pansexual flag bedsheets over her eyes in an attempt to block the morning light. She was feeling the effects of last night's dance rehearsal and the 4 same-sex on the beaches she had ordered. Ah well though, liquid courage and sassy choreography were vital aspects of being a drag performer, as all non-binary people are by default. Hey baby, Ash's gender non-specific partner whispered in her ear. You did awesome last night. I've got to head out, but before I go, will you kiss me in a manner deemed unclean by the patriarchy? Their lips touched, and before Ash knew it, Grace was gone, off to face another day working amongst the straights. Ash continued to lie in bed and daydream about a parallel universe where she, he, they were misgendered negative 63 times a day, and Donald Trump finally admitted that he too liked Brokeback Mountain. Coming out of her reverie 20 or so minutes later, Ash noticed that her headache had subsided. She got up, pranced homosexually to her closet, and wondered what to wear. She asked her 7 cats for their opinions, and eventually settled on a flannel cutoff, sequin bow tie, and cargo shorts. She topped it off with Crocs and Pride socks. She adorned herself with the items and glanced in the mirror. There was a lot going on, but as a gay, Ash was supposed to look like the human personification of unicorn vomit, right? Right. Once dressed, Ash mounted Jane Lynch, her motorcycle, and headed to her local raw vegan, gluten-free, fair trade, nut-free, soya-free, organic, corner kombucha and coffee shop where she would start writing the GayBCs.
Whoa, wasn't that incredible?
That was amazing.
And if you want more content like this, make sure to hit that
notification bell.
That there button.
Ding-a-ling. My videos don't show up in subscription boxes a lot, but if you hit the bell, you'll get a little ping every time I upload, which won't be a lot. It's only like once a week, so I'm not gonna bug you too much. I hope that Laura Lindsay Taylor Thomas hits that bell.
Okay, bye.
Hey there, ho there, before you go there, don't forget to click that link. The YouTube algorithm works in very strange ways. A click's the best way to give Ash Hardell your praise. So hey, ho, before you go, don't forget to click that link.